Hello, it's Karen here, Kazina, and I'm going to do a pickup video again. I picked up a few more bits this week, so I'm just going to show you what I've picked up from various places. I'm going to try and show you as well in the order that I've picked it all up. The reason I've been picking up so much recently is I've said before I've been out of work for quite a while, but I have been doing some temping recently, and I've managed to get a few days here and there, so thank God for that. So it's helped to fuel my gaming buying a little bit more. So I've been a bit more spendy, thrift as it were, rather than frugal. Anyway, the first game I picked up, I was in Wimbledon the other day, and I went into CEX. I think it's quite new, the CEX. I hadn't noticed that there the last time I was in Wimbledon, and they've got loads of games in there, by the way, loads of PS2, loads and loads of GameCube, Xbox. Nothing older than that, unfortunately. I didn't even see any PS1 games, but they seem to have a pretty good selection. So I picked up a few games. Actually, I'm lying, I picked up one game in CEX. I did think about picking up a few, but the first game I picked up, and I paid a big whopping £6 for this, and it was Diabolic, the original Sin. And I really did want this game. I've played it for a couple of hours or so. I think I'm on the third mission, third chapter, something like that. And yeah, it's okay. I don't know, I'm half regretting paying £6 for it. It looks okay, it doesn't look too bad, but the controls are a little bit sluggish at times. The camera tends to switch quite sort of quickly. 1 minute you're going that way, and then suddenly the camera will switch and you're facing the other way, but you still walking the same way, so you end up turning back on yourself. And he actually doesn't do any fighting in this. He's a master thief, and the first mission is he's got to get a painting off a train because his girlfriend Eva has been kidnapped. So his mission is to get on the train and get this painting so he can rescue his girlfriend. But you don't actually do any fighting in this. There's a kind of a mini game, if you can call it that, that when fighting is about to happen, this kind of circle with little wedges in, a bit like Trivial Pursuit, if you can imagine it, pops up and it flashes, and then you just have to move your joystick in the position it flashes, and then the fight scene or the cut scene or whatever will progress. So that's Diabolic for you. Yeah, £6. I don't know. I think I'd have felt a bit more comfortable if I'd paid about £2.50 for it. So, but I did want it, so that's what you get for wanting something. And then also when I was in Wimbledon, I popped into a charity shop and I picked up 3 PlayStation 1 games, all 99p each, and the first one was X-Men 2 Mutant Academy, and I've had a little go at this now. I say a little go at this. I played as Nightcrawler and Wolverine. It's a fighting game. It's just a fighting game. It's a 2D fighting game, but they kind of make it look like it's 3D, but it's not. It's 2D. And as I said, I played as Nightcrawler and as Wolverine, and I got the living crap beaten out of me both times. I think I need to practice at this a little bit more. I actually played better as Nightcrawler than Wolverine. I thought Wolverine would have been a bit more hard, but honestly, Mystique kicks my butt. So that's X-Men, but it looks pretty good. That's X-Men Mutant Academy. I also picked up Dancing Stage Edition, seeing it as I've picked up that dance mat a while ago at the boot sale that I was at, so I haven't got this one, so I thought, oh, it's only 99p, give it a go. And I also picked up Gex Deep Cover Gecko. I've actually got this on, what system is it now? 3DO. Yeah, the Panasonic 3DO, a Gex game. But it's more of a platformy side one, whereas this one has kind of opened up into a 3D look, so it'd be interesting to see how that plays. I don't know if it's going to play good or bad, but I thought I'd give it a go for, you know, the fact it was only 99p. I thought, oh, I'll give that a go. And the next place I was in the other day was actually in Putney. I was actually working the other day, and my stop halfway through my journey home was in Putney. Excuse me, I haven't been out, I haven't been in that long, and so I went into, there's quite a few charity shops in Putney. They're not great, to be honest, and as usual, the very last charity shop I went into, I actually found 3 PlayStation 1 games, and they were all 99p again, and one of them I used to have, but I must have traded it in years ago, and I saw it, so I bought it again, so I now have it back, is Wu-Tang Taste the Pain, and it's a fighting game with the Wu-Tang Clan in it. You know, they're like a rap group. Don't really hear much about them these days, do you? But they used to be quite big years ago. So I remember playing this and I didn't mind it, but for some reason, you know, as you do when you're a bit younger, you know, you flog these things or you trade them in. So I didn't mind this. The only thing I seem to remember about this that I thought was a bit silly, and I don't know if correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think it's a fighting game, but I don't think there's a button in this game where you can actually jump. Maybe that's why I traded it in, actually. You can do all the fighting, you can kick, and I think you can roll and do stuff like that, but I don't think there's an actual button that makes you jump. So that's a bit mad, isn't it? Because it's like Wu-Tang Clan, but we don't jump. So that's what I got. And I also, quite pleased to find this, Tomb Raider 3, because I used to own 1 and 2, and again they got traded in, but I've recently picked them up in charity shops, so I have 1 and 2, and now I've got 3, which I actually never owned. I've actually never played Tomb Raider 3, so I've got the trilogy now, so I'm quite chuffed about that. So that's Tomb Raider 3, and the last one I got in the shop, in the charity shop in Putney, was NBA 97, Total NBA. Seeing that I'm kind of having a bit of fun with my basketball games at the moment, I thought, oh, what the heck, why not pick that up? It's only 99p. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if I'm tripping in my head or what, but did this game once come with like a rubber cover? Does that sound mad? But I've got this vague memory of seeing this in a shop before, and the cover was like the basketball but rubber. So I could be going mad, but anyway, but it looks quite nice on the back. So anyway, so I was having a little wander around Putney, and I went into a shopping centre, and I noticed there was a game, Shock Horror, because I don't actually go into game that much, because I don't want to diss anybody that works in game or anything, but I don't really like the shop very much, and I find that they're a little bit on top of you when you go in there, and they're just always trying to flog you something. But anyway, I went in and I was quite pleased I did, and yeah, they were on top of me. I wasn't in there 20 seconds and someone was, can I help you? And I was like, no, it's fine. And I had a little look around, and I paid a big $12.99 for this game, but I really wanted this game. It says 3 for 2, but I just picked up the 1, and it's Now let me say this properly. Yakuza 4. Now I've got the first one and the second one on the PS2. I didn't pick up 3 because I wasn't too keen on the sound of it. I read the reviews, and it seems that they'd taken out certain things in Yakuza 3, like some mini games, and there's some hostess bars and stuff like that. They'd taken it all out, so that's why I didn't pick up 3. But this hasn't been out that long, and I really wanted 4, so I don't mind paying £12.99 for this, and I think I'm going to get quite a lot of mileage out of this. And it's also got all the stuff back in 4 that they've taken out of 3, and it's only out on the PS3 as well. It's not it's a PS3 exclusive game. I mean, I own, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games for the PS3. Isn't that shocking? So this is my 9th game. I tried to buy the odd exclusive game, like I've got Heavy Rain, Demon's Souls and Killzone. They're all PS3 exclusive games, and the other ones I bought because they were really cheap. But I'm really looking forward to sticking this in, and I'm quite happy to pay £12.99 for this. Of course, when I went to pay for it, the guy was saying, you do know it says 3 for 2, you can get another 2, and it was like, nah, there's nothing else I want. I mean, you know, they really do try and flog it. And then he was going, have you got a card? You know, have you got one of those loyalty cards? No. And don't forget, you can bring back your games, you can trade them in. It's like, yeah, and get £2 for this. I don't think so. So that was my experience in game, and I don't mean to be too rude about it, really. Well, maybe I do, but I just find that they're a little bit sort of on top of you in game. So that was the other day, and oh yeah, I was in. I forgot about these figures. I picked up these figures. Now these were actually when I was in Wimbledon in another charity shop, and I found these action figures, and I was quite pleased because there was no price on them. They were all in a basket, and I asked this chap, and he said everything in the basket was 50p, and I was like, really? So I picked up 4, and the first action figure I picked up is Morpheus from the Matrix, and he's a really nice looking figure, isn't he? He's a very nice looking figure. His hands move. He looks like he was holding something, maybe a sword or a stick or something. So that's a shame, but for 50p I was really pleased to find him, and he's so nicely detailed. I also found this figure, which is another really nicely detailed figure, and this is, I think, and again I'm not 100% sure, but I think, well, it looks like Bruce Willis. I'm 100% sure it's Bruce Willis, and I think it's from the film, this is what I'm not 100% sure about, I think it's from the film Sin City, and he's all grey, and he's so well detailed. It's an absolutely smashing looking model, isn't it? So 50p, gosh, what a steal. So I'm delighted to find that. I also found a little Indiana Jones for 50p. He's got a little bag round him which keeps falling off his shoulder. Well, you shouldn't have a handbag, should you? There you go. So that's Indiana Jones. And then the last one I found is actually a mega figure. It's the Thing from the Fantastic Four. What's his name? Ben someone. Sorry, I can't think of your second name, Ben. But it's a really big figure, isn't it? It's a lovely figure. It's got really good movable joints. So I was delighted to find that. It's nice and sturdy. It's not a flimsy plastic model at all. So there you go. Ben Grimm, that's it. I knew it had come to me. So there you go. Ben Grimm, the Thing from the Fantastic Four for 50p. And then today I went down to a charity shop up the road from me, well, it's more in Morden. I don't go there that often, but I was quite pleased I went there today because I found a few games. I found 3 PlayStation 1 games and I paid 50p each for them. And by the way, everything I've shown you and what I'm going to show you, everything's got the manual in as well. I don't really bother showing manuals in this. I think there's something swish inside. But the first one I picked up, as 50p, was the Italian Job. I don't anticipate it's going to be any great shakes, but I like my driving games, and I thought for 50p that was fine. The other one I picked up is Actual Soccer. I was going to say soccer then, because there is an Actual Soccer. This is Actual Golf, and I quite like golf games on in gaming. I mean, I hate golfing to watch. I never watch it. I can't abide watching it, if I'm to be totally honest, but I don't mind the odd golf game. So I thought 50p, give that a whirl. And the last one, and it's in really nice nick, this one, 2 discs inside, is Gran Turismo 2. And this is also another game I used to own and obviously traded it in some years ago, so I'm really pleased to get that back in such nice condition. I got 2 PSP games in there. They had quite a few in there. They had about 6. I picked up 2 and they were £2 each. And the first one is Crazy Taxi Fair Wars, which I actually didn't know that existed for the PSP, so quite pleased to find that. And the next one was Need for Speed Most Wanted 510. So again, I was pleased to find that because I do like the Most Wanted series out of the Need for Speed games. I'm very fond of the Most Wanted one. I love the one on the PS2. So I thought that was very good. Only £2 each. I found a PC game, which I don't know, as I said the other day, I don't PC game, but I picked up a PC game the other day, and this just kind of piqued my interest because I like this sort of game, and it's called Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, and it's a remastered edition, 50p. So one day I shall get round to playing that when I've got a better PC to play it on. I also found Starsky and Hutch for 50p. I don't anticipate Xbox saying, I don't anticipate it's going to be any great shakes, but I thought for 50p I'm sure I'll get a little bit of fun out of it. And God, it's Starsky and Hutch. I grew up on Starsky and Hutch when I was a young girl. And the last one I picked up, which is a funny one for me, is Celtic Club Football 50p on the Xbox. I'm a funny old one because I don't really play football games that often on when I'm gaming, because I'm not very good at them. I've got a FIFA game, I've got a couple of Pro Evo games, and I'm kind of rubbish at them, but however, I did like Red Card on the PS2, which wasn't a very good game, but I liked it. So I think, I suppose because I lived in Ireland for so long, I thought, oh gosh, Celtic, so that's really why I picked it up. And then I went into a little game shop which is not far from me today, and I picked up 3 games, and I picked up 2 games for £5, and the first one is on the Xbox, and that's Headhunter Redemption, which I believe is quite a good game. I haven't got the first one, and I didn't have this. Don't know why, just haven't. But I'm really pleased to pick this up, and this is in really, really nice condition. You know, there's no scuffy marks on the case or anything. So I'm looking forward to putting that in and having a go. And then I picked up, I was really pleased to find this, and I'm so hoping, please don't be bad, please don't be bad. I got Spy Hunter for the GameCube. Yeah, Karen, don't even try. But Spy Hunter, honestly, I love Spy Hunter. I kind of, It was one of the first games I played on the Amiga. I played a clone game, but it was Spy Hunter. It was just called Major Motion. If you Google it, you'll probably find it. But it was Spy Hunter, exactly the same, and I played the life out of it. I loved it to death. And I also, my cousin got a lend of a ColecoVision some years ago as well, and it just happened to have Spy Hunter on it, so we played the hell out of that for about 6 months until we had to give it back. So I'm so pleased to have found Spy Hunter, but you know, obviously it's not a top-down version. It's you now gone proper. You know, it's the proper 3D graphics. But I really hope that this plays well and it doesn't let me down, because I have such fond memories of this game. So don't be bad, please don't be bad. And the last game I picked up is, I paid $3.99 for the PS2, and I'm going to pronounce this right, Drakengard 2, and it just looks like a really good game. It looks nice, the graphics looks lush, and I like the cover. And as you know, I kind of get hooked in by some nice covers. I thought the cover looked scrummy, so I picked that up for $3.99, and I'm actually going to put this. I think this is the first game I'm going to try, or maybe it'll be Spy Hunter when I finish this video. So that's what I picked up this week. That's about it really. The only thing I'd like to have a little chat about is LA Noire. I picked up LA Noire in my last pickup video. Oh god, that's good. And I've been playing it quite a bit. I'm on my, like, you start off in LA Noire as like a on the beat cop, and I've since been promoted and then promoted again, so I've got a fair bit into